So the whole text contains many sooktas. The word sukta indicates su-ukta. Ukta means utterance. Su-ukta means a perfect utterance. That is to say that it contains the sound key, the syllable key, and the number key, which gives us the method of how to utter. And when uttered, it gives us something about the utterance of the Lord Almighty into ourselves. That is, exactly the meaning is a perfect utterance. The word utterance is used in a double sense. Ourselves uttering the mantra, or the consciousness of the mantra uttering through us. It is defined like that. Every mantra, every sukta has many stanzas called shlokas. There may be 10 or 15 or 20 or sometimes 5 or 6 or 7. Here, in the lesson we are going to take up today, there are 24 slokas. This number is significant. It has everything to do with the content of the text and the import of the text. Now, we are going to take up a sukta, which is called the sukta of the person. The Purusha sukta. Purusha means person. The perfect utterance of the person. It has everything to do with the creation in two halves. One is the cosmogenesis and the other is anthropogenesis. That is the creation of the cosmos and the creation of the individual, the human being taken into consideration. So, they deal with a person called the cosmic personality or cosmic consciousness, and a person called the individual personality. And hence it is called Purusha Sukta. It gives us also a key to understand the relationship between the solar year and the birth of the frame of an individual. Hence, it teaches something about the year. Therefore, it has the number of lunations in the year. That is 12 new moons and 12 full moons after the Gayatri meter. See? So in every sukta you take, the number is highly significant. It is always in accordance with the import of the sukta, or the topic dealt with in the sukta. This sukta contains 24 slokas, which are also called 24 mantras. So every sutta contains many shlokas or mantras. The total text is called Samhita. That means the original collection. There are 4 Samhitas: the Rig Veda, the Yajurveda, the Samaveda, and the Atharvaveda. And each collection contains many suktas. Each sukta is a lesson of some cogent topic, subject. And each sukta contains many shlokas or mantras. And each mantra is composed in a particular meter. That is chandas, which we spoke of yesterday and day before. Once again, the chandas will be in accordance with the subject mentioned in the mantra. So whenever we speak of a Vedic hymn or mantra, we are expected to know the chandas of the mantra, that is the meter in which it is composed. Let it be Gayatri or something else. And the Rishi who has composed it, that is the Ah, and the Deva about whom it speaks, and the Deva invoked by that particular hymn. These 3 things are given to understand about every mantra in the Vedic text. Here, by Deva, it is wrongly understood as a God. It is foolish. There cannot be a God. There is only the God. Because there cannot be 2 gods. I told you God is a jealous God. He cannot admit a second existence. And sometimes it is also wrongly understood as an angel or a deity. But the thing is different. Here, Deva means the subject of that particular sentence. That is what is meant. When I say Rudolph, who is the Deva of that name? You have to find out a person. If I say duster, the Deva is this. It means that by Deva it doesn't mean anything very peculiar. It is a terminology which we are expected to know at first. Deva means the existence of that particular word or sentence, upon whom the existence of the whole passage stands. Just as you are the Deva of your body. That's the reason why the tissues in your body, the matter, the respiration, the heartbeat, all these things are kept cogent because you are there inside. In that sense, the word Deva is used and defined in the Vedic commentaries and the texts. So, with these few right conceptions, And having removed the wrong conceptions about these words, now we try to take up one sukta. The present one is called Purusha Sukta. It has 24 stanzas or mantras, As I told you, the word Purusha means person. Etymologically, the two words are of the same origin. Purusha and person. The exterior differs from language to language. Just as we have a type of dress, and you have a type of dress. Suppose when I come to Geneva, I have your type of dress, but the person is the same. Similarly, etymologically, the two words Purusha and person are the same. So it is a sukta which deals with the person. It is composed of mantras of a meter which has 8 syllables in each line. If there are 3 lines, you call it Gayatri. Now here there are 4 lines. This is another meter or chandas. Each mantra contains 32 syllables in all. And for your information, this meter is called Anushtup. This is a meter, name of the meter. Stup means praise. To praise, appraise, and speak the greatness of someone. That is what it means. And Anu means echo. To echo. So this meter indicates something that is echoed in the living beings, that is being expressed as the echo of some original through the living beings. Whenever such a thing is indicated as the import of the mantra, this meter is used. For example, the Mahabharata in Sanskrit is all composed in this meter. The Ramayana of Valmiki is composed in this meter. It is one of the most popularly used meters in Sanskrit. We can say that the classical Sanskrit literature contains the maximum number of poems or hymns composed in this meter. Before entering into the text, just one more point of interest. Every lesson, every hymn is called a sukta. So I will give you some more examples of the names before we enter into this. There is what is called Sri Sukta, another hymn. Sri means that which is dependent upon. That which depends upon something is called Sri. If you call this a person, you can call this the everything of that person. The body, the mind, the intelligence, the splendor, the light, the sound, whatever the person has is called Sri, whatever is called person. So you are expected to know that whatever you have is not yourself. Whatever you are is the real I am in you. That's why these two are learned together one after the other. They are in fact considered as the couple suktas. They are the young couple you see in the Vedic hymns. So this is the young boy and this is the young girl. This is called Purusha and this is called Prakriti or his nature. So there is one lesson for the I am in you. There is one lesson for the I have of you. Whatever you can say, I have. This is mine. This is my hand. This is my body. This is my skin. This is my bone. This is my head. This is my nose. This is my eye. This is my ear. All that is called your Prakriti or your nature or your Shri. That is that which depends upon you for its existence. Yeah. Pardon? Prakriti. 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 This is Purusha. The two put together is called the unit existence. The unit existence which is double in its nature. We are double in existence. We are what we are and we are what we have. Without the one, the other cannot exist. Even the voice belongs to what you have and not what you are. So, in the Tantras also you will find that the Lord is double in his existence. That is, half male and half female. That means the passive half and the active half. Are you not able to follow my intonation? But that's the difficulty about the intonation of one person belonging to one country and another person belonging to another country. Sometimes I will try to be slow also. And about the definition of these two fellows also, there are many stories and allegories that speak or explain or define these two things. For example, they are called the father and the mother of creation because we exist because of them. The I am in you and the I have in you, they are called the father and mother in its real sense. Different from the biological father and the biological mother, who in their turn are made up of only these two. So these are wonderful concepts. And in one story it is said that the father and mother are sitting on the peak of a mountain and speaking. There are nobody there. Only the couple was sitting. And the father smiled at the mother and said, "You see, some people meditate upon me and come to me. Some people meditate upon you and come to you. See how fine," he says. That means, among the living beings of this earth, some people are conscious about the I am, the subjective consciousness. And some people are conscious about the you are or the objective universe around. And he says, both means the same worship and both reach the same goal, he says. Like this we have many wonderful stories in the Vedas and in the Tantras also, which are unfortunately misinterpreted and misrepresented. Now we have deviated too much. But you have to know the nature of the literature. So you have what is called Vishnu Sukta. Another Sukta you find in the Rigveda, Vishnu Sukta. The word Vishnu means pervasion. 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 So, the background Lord has another name. The Lord who feels has another name. The Lord, the same Lord who works as personality has another name. The same Lord who forms the female counterpart. You have another hymn called the Rudra Sukta. It means the Lord who vibrates, Rudra. Because or the sound is the symbol of the trill that takes place between the vocal cords, as I told you. The trill. It is also called the Rigveda, which produces the voice. So, this hymn speaks of Rudra as the Lord, or the Deva of this mantra. Also we have Suparna Sukta. That is the lesson of the winged bird, the bird with beautiful wings. Here a bird is described, and the bird is coming into our house and going out. Very frequently it is described. That is what we call the exhalation and the inhalation, that is the bird of respiration. Like this. Everywhere it is called a sukta. So you have Agni Sukta, that is hymns to the fire, a lesson about the fire. A few stanzas from this are taken and commented upon in what we know as the treatise on cosmic fire. You will find the translation of those stanzas also at the end of the book. They are called the archaic stanzas. Agni Sukta. We go into the Purusha Sukta and see what there is in it. The text runs like this. You may take down, some of you, or you may just listen or try to understand. It is left to your choice. This is the first line of the mantra. Sahasra, Sirsha, Purusha, Sahasraksha, Sahasrapa. The third line, Sabhumi, Vishwato, Uratva. The fourth line, Atyatishtat, Atyatishtat, Dashangulam. This is the original text of the first mantra of Purusha Sukta. Sahasra, Sirsha, Purusha, Sahasrakshah, Sahasrapa, Sa Bhumim Vishwato Vrutva Atyadishta Dashangunam. And according to Sanskrit syllable division, we will have 8 syllables in each line. Sa is 1 syllable, Ha, 2nd syllable, Sra, 3rd syllable, Ram, Shir, 1 syllable, Sha, 1 syllable, Pu, 1 syllable, Ru, 1 syllable, Sha, 1 syllable. That's all. This is what is called, it's not a syllable, it is called the H, the consonantal ending, the last one. There is no vowel in it in pronunciation. So there are 8 syllables. It is only for your information. For the present, it is not important. We will go into the 6th key of the 6 keys we have discussed yesterday. That is called the etymological key. Otherwise, it will be a horrible key. Now, I will give you the word meaning first in English, preferably in the prose order of the sentence. See, this comes first. Purusha. That means the person. We take the word meaning in English. In prose order, this comes first. So, we take the meaning. Purusha, that means the person. Here, throughout this hymn, person means many persons. First, the cosmic person who is the content of this space and bound. And then the solar person who is the personality of one unit solar system. And then a planetary person who is the lord of that particular planetary body. That means the planetary consciousness of a planet, just as the present planetary consciousness of our Earth is Rodolphe in Geneva, because he is IPES. Every planetary globe or body has its own planetary person, just as every physical body has its own person living in it, the dweller. You see? And in every individual there is a person, and that person is also indicated. And in every atom there is a permanent atom that is making the atom evolve, which we call the ego, and that is the person of that atom. In this hymn, all those persons are indicated whenever the word is used, because there are not so many persons, there are only one person. When you see the sky through the window, and again when you see the sky through the top, when you see the sky through the hole, it is only the same sky. There are no so many skies. Like that, there is only one person, And it is only to make us visualize this oneness. This hymn is given to us. So, whenever we say person in this lesson, you understand that it is the same person who pervades all these personalities. That's why in the commentary it is said that this hymn is dedicated to the one who reads and understands it. Because he is the person about whom this hymn is speaking. It's a peculiar application. You see? So you find the caption dedicated to the reader. And if you question the author about whom this book is written, the answer is about the reader. So we have to remember this before we try to understand, otherwise the meaning will be broken. So it is dedicated to the reader, and the import of the lesson is the reader himself. So, humorously, one commentator remarks about this, that one who does not read this will miss a chance of having a book written about him. Of course it is a fun, but it is to some extent true. Because this hymn has many commentaries ancient in Sanskrit. And one of the commentators remarks that the one who does not read and understand this will miss a beautiful chance of having a book written about him. Of course, in his own way he is correct, but he is humorous, just he remarks like that. Purusha, the person, sahasra, 1,000. Sahasra means 1,000. Sirsha means head. Head. Like that. So the statement is, the person is having thousands of heads. That means, first remove the idea that you have a head and he has a head, and replace it with an idea that the one person is having 2 heads, 3 heads, 4 heads, so many bodies. That is the first proposition. So instead of everybody having a person inside, imprisoned, poor fellow, here there is a person in whom the bodies are floating, like the many bottles thrown in a river. There is river within the bottles, and there is the river outside the bottles. The bottles are floating in the river. The river is flowing in the bottles. Like that we have to understand here. So, the Purusha is Sahasra Sirsha, 1,000-headed. He has thousands of heads. And Sahasra, once again 1,000. Akshaha means eyes. He has thousands of eyes. Sahasra means 1,000. Akshaha means eyes, having eyes. Again, Sahasra, 1,000. Pat means feet. Feet. Thousands of feet. Here is a wonderful fellow, personality, who has thousands of heads, thousands of eyes, and thousands of feet. the poor fellow does not know the simple arithmetic calculation, because if a person has 1,000 heads, he should have 2,000 eyes. But this fellow has only 1,000 heads, 1,000 eyes, 1,000 feet. So he doesn't know the fundamentals of arithmetic. This means the one person, cosmic, has the many thousands of eyes being created from within himself, existing on his own background and marching into his background again. So, once again, Sahasra means 1,000, Sirsha means heads, the Purusha means person, Sahasra Aksha means 1,000-eyed, Sahasra Paha, 1,000 feet, having 1,000 feet. Then, if you separate this becomes grammatically, that is, the consonantal H will be there in the end if you separate the word. It is grammatical. It means he. He means Purusha. Here is one sentence, now the second sentence is starting. He, the Purusha, Bhumim. Bhumi means the earth globe. The earth globe is called Bhumi because it belongs to Bhu or material plane. It produces Vishwato. When separated, it becomes here, just like here, the ending becomes Vishwataha. The consonantal ending H will be there whenever you split up two words. Vishwataha. That means in all directions. In all directions. Vishwataha means. And also from all directions. Vishwataha means in all directions and from all directions. The next word, Vritva. Vritva means having surrounded. Having surrounded. Vritva means. The prose gives you these two words first. Dasha. So the next word to be taken is Dasha. Dasha means 10. The number 10. Dasha means 10. You have decimal. Desa, Eka, Dasha are all etymologically the same. See, Dasha means 10. Angulam. The next one word is Angulam. Dasha plus Angulam. You have to split it like this, Angulam.